Great to talk to you. And I mentioned this. I don't know if I'm overstating it. You probably would think I am, but I look at Sankey and Petiti, and I look at you as, probably the three most important people in college football, the SEC commissioner, Big Ten, and you here at Notre Dame. And you take over for Jack Swarbrick, who was one of the most influential people we probably had with the sport some time.
Yep.
Do you feel like you guys are the gatekeepers here? And if so, what goes along with that?
Well, I would tell you, first of all, it's not me. It's Notre Dame. I mean, Notre Dame has earned that position. You talk about the history of Notre Dame football, the power of Notre Dame football, the power of the brand. I'm the caretaker of that, and I couldn't be more honored or feel more fortunate to be in this position. And I take that responsibility very, very seriously, that I'm in that room having those conversations with Greg Sankey, Todi Petiti, Jimmy Phillips at the ACC, Brett Yormark at the Big 12, and others. And, we have a very definite point of view. We have a perspective. What Notre Dame believes in, being independent in this space, as you've mentioned in the past, is certainly a unique attribute to the position we hold in college football. And it's a great privilege to be in that room. I love being in that room. I love being a part of those conversations. And we're all hopefully united and aligned in certainly doing what's best. A commissioner has to always have the perspective of what's best for his or her conference. I have to have the perspective of what's best for Notre Dame. But I think we all hope to share a common ground of what's best for the future health of college football.
Okay, but what is that? There have been different models that have been put out there. And it feels like it's inevitable we're going to get to an NFL or Premier League type of format. Could you get 60 teams, 50, 40 teams, and almost secede from the NCAA?
Dan, there's the concept of this Super League. Are there 24, 30 teams that extricate themselves from the college football space and create a mini NFL? For one, I think that's a horrible mistake. College football is not the NFL. We shouldn't be the NFL. We're something different. We're something that's special. The crowds, the alumni bases, the fact that these are 18 to 21-year-olds that change and graduate, there's a power to that. And I think in trying to replicate the NFL model, where there might be some more revenue there, particularly from a media standpoint, I think we'll ruin what's special. We won't look like the NFL. We'll look like a small version, a compromised version of the NFL, and we'll lose what's so special about what's going to happen here tomorrow night when you have two great storied programs from great schools coming together, this wonderful rivalry. You have the Notre Dame, USC's, the Ohio State, Michigan's. That's what makes college football so special.
But we're losing these rivalries. We may lose USC, Notre Dame.
Well, I would say, and I can't speak for USC, but in the conversations we've had, I think both schools, both administrations are committed to keeping this series alive. We've had a lot of positive conversations with USC. They're continuing literally around the clock. My hope, and I think USC shares this, and I know they share it, we want to keep this series going. It's so special. Hey, I'll be the first to admit it's great for Notre Dame. I think it's great for USC, and maybe most importantly, I think it's great for college football. This is one of those rivalries that defined college football, defined the sport, the greatest intersectional rivalry that there is. And I think the public deserves it. I think the college fans deserve it. All the pageantry of a Notre Dame-USC game. You think about the importance of this game over the history of college football, how many national championships were influenced and determined, the Heisman Trophy winners. And I understand, with the Big Ten, the conference schedules, more conference matchups, that's tough, that's difficult. Travel for USC now that they're in the Big Ten. But, I just think college football deserves it. I know we feel that way. I know USC feels that way. And, for us, we're lucky that we have a long list of really prominent teams that want to play us. They want to do home and homes. They want us to come to their stadiums. They want to come here to Notre Dame. And, that's great. And that's a fortunate position to be in. And that's the power of Notre Dame and the power of the program under Coach Freeman. But there's something really special about Notre Dame USC. And no matter how either team's season is going, anything can happen. You can make a team a more difficult road to a national championship. You can have an upset. It's just a wonderful history there that I hope we don't lose.
Yeah, but okay, so why are we at this point where we have to negotiate around the clock to keep this going if everybody understands the beauty of this rivalry, the importance of this rivalry?
I think it's scheduling and now the Big Ten schedule and the 9 games that they play. When you look at our schedule into the future, and we're talking about moments in the calendar month that make sense for us and for USC, I think there's no secret that USC would like to play our game earlier in the season. So I'm working hand in hand with somebody who's so important to our program, Ron Powlis, who's a name everybody knows. And Ron is kind of mapping out what our future looks like in 26, 27, well into the 30s. And where could we position this game so it's a win-win for us when we go out there and when USC comes here and visits? I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. Nothing is finalized, but I'm optimistic that we'll get something done.